Hi, this is Elena Rosalind Michelle with the Angel Messages with Elena and also the Star of Destiny. Thank you for coming to my video. I know it's like a long time no see. So a lot of things have happened, but instead of going into life update first, I decided to let you know what cards I'm currently using. There's new cards that will be coming shortly. And also to let you know that I've had COVID, so my cognitive thinking and memory recall is very much more so disrupted since the last time. So it was like, I don't remember how I sounded last time. So, and I'm having a hard time. I'm using a tablet, so I'm having a hard time to seeing where the picture is. Where I need to see. I think I need to look over here. So it's like, I'll do that. Okay, so the first one that I want to let you know is that I am using the Elemental Oracle. And if this is backwards, I can flip this too after I'm done. Okay, so this is the Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I am really enjoying these cards. These tell you, Stacey is from Australia, and here's some of the backgrounds. Now, some of these cards I have pulled already because I'm doing a new series. That's an MP3 version that you can use daily or according to the numbers from 1 to 31, and then also there's one that will be from 32 to 40 if there's those of you who work in 40s instead of the monthly 30 to 31. But this is the back of the cards, and they just have really beautiful pictures, and I just am really enjoying these. So these are to the elements of air, water, fire, and earth, and those are available. I have my Etsy store has been open since February of 2022. So I reopened it. I have not closed it. I've only had a few orders, and then I got another order last week. So I want to continue to, as I'm making progress in my health, to do these because it energizes me so much, and I'm so thankful for still being able to cognitively think, because how I'm talking now is not how I have been in the last year. So things are improving. So you can always request Elena choose the deck for me, or it's called Elena You Choose, and I can choose. There's still a lot of decks that I can't get into. They are in a storage unit, and it's huge. So I did not pack all of my things into the storage unit or pack my things into boxes. They are not labeled correctly, so I don't even know where to look. So I got these so that I can still do my readings, because these I can do anywhere. I got these beautiful Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay, and these are just so beautiful, and they're really showing to be not only healing, but also like, here's the back of them. I just love the feminine grace of them, and then it's like there's a key right in the middle. They're a little stickier. I still have to work with these so that they're not so sticky, but the pictures again, I really love. So I do have the fairies. The readings with them, my personal readings, have been very uplifting and encouraging. I work with the fairies a lot, with my angels, and I did a candle reading, candle burning with cards. And when I recorded the first night, there was all these like little statics, but you couldn't see with your regular eyes. You had to like really blow it up. Like, I'm sure you can probably see there's over on this side, there's a lot of little static things. There's a lot of energy in this room. It's a belly dance studio, so it's like a lot of feminine, positive energy. We stage the room often. You keep it clean so that people can clear, dance, and find relief when they go home. So I've kept that up, and I'm actually staying at the studio. Usually there's animals here that I help also with training, and I'll be doing that for a couple weeks in August as well. So lots of changes has happened. So now I also have the tarots, the Guardian Angel Messages by Radley Valentine. So these also I was so glad that Radley, I call him Rad, so it has a really cool spiral, so you can really go into a trance with these. I'm really glad he put out a new deck, and I was able to get them. So I ordered these in February and didn't even have to wait very long. So completely inspired. These are also to the elements. So like this one is fire, that one is air, and then that's air too. So the green ones are earth. I think the purple ones are the high arcana cards. And is it orange? Somehow all the fire and water and earth is all in one. Fire, arcana, water. Okay, so water, yeah, the water is more tealy versus the arcanas are purples, and then the earth is greens, and then of course you have the fire, and that's orange and reds. So sometimes you need to have these are guardian angel messages. So your guardian angels letting you know where you are at, how you need to respond to the day. I literally had to live off of these because my days were sleeping, or I couldn't walk, or I couldn't talk, I couldn't at least make sense, I couldn't balance, I couldn't stay upright without falling over. So I had been dealing with this for well over a year and a half, and so my guardian angels I had to rely on, because when you're so sick and vulnerable, I tend to close off, and these cards have really helped me to stay motivated, to stay focused and not on the problem. We don't even have solutions to COVID. Their solutions won't even happen until probably 3 to 5 years from now. So so it's just like you're segmenting things that they're thinking this is it, but it's not even close. So you need to have things to motivate you. So so far every single deck that I have gotten has really helped me a lot. I also have one of Louise Hay's How to Love Yourself cards. These I will definitely be putting them in. They're just health affirmations, and it's like, how do I want to respond to the day? How do I need to respond to myself? And I've used these as well because like I needed something to focus on because my brain wasn't working. So I want to include these into the my readings so that you can also build up your self-confidence again. Not so much the empowering you but to build that self-confidence, because when you're sick you can't do anything for yourself and you have to rely on other people. And if you're a Capricorn like me, I'm used to doing everything myself. So I never called anyone to let them know how sick I was, not at all. So I was going through this even when I went into emergency room. I've been in the emergency room 4 times in the last 8 months, and only if I have to call somebody I will let them know I'm in the emergency room. Otherwise, I don't let nobody know. It's nobody's business but my own. And then I'll wait until I'm ready to talk to people. So that's really how shut off I had to be in order to get healing. So now I have, these are cards called Healthy Chicks, Spark Your Bliss deck. And it doesn't say who has made these. I think it's a group of women. But these are cards that give you not only affirmations, but also like how to support yourself, an action that you have to do, and then something that you need to journal about. So I'm adding different things for this as well, for this deck, because I think it's important to journal, even if it doesn't make sense. It's fine, because eventually it will make sense. When I was recording this is the series called The 31 Days, and I got up to 20, so I still have quite a few more to do. In February, when I was really sick, and I listened to half of those recordings, and I actually make sense. So even when you think you're not making sense or not hearing right, it does come across that you are making sense. So it's okay. Now I got a couple of mini packs, and these were like $7.50. They were pretty reasonable, but they don't have a guidebook. So the one I have is during Virtue had done these, and the Romance Angels. I really love these. So I like, it's hot pink. It has that real beautiful vibration, and it just, your angels kind of like, telling you what you need to focus on, what in your relationship, how to attract things when you're attracting for love, in your own relationships, what you need to be aware of. Now, the Romance Angels, you don't have to use for a love match. You can use this for a regular person. You can use this just for yourself, and it shows you how to also love yourself. So these can definitely go together for yourself. Just in the comments, when you make that purchase, let me know that this is just for you personally, versus I want to find love, I want to be in a relationship, how do I change this relationship? And it's not that you're changing this relationship, you're changing your energy and dynamics in the relationship to make it better. So you can't change the other person, and I want to make that very clear. If they don't want to be changed and you're not happy with that relationship, you need to leave. And sometimes those are really hard things to do as well, but it's okay. It is okay. All right, so now we have the Past Lives deck. I need to print out these guidebooks. I did find them on the internet free, so I don't have to pay for anything but the paper I print them on. This is really good. I've added this new version to the Past Lives reading that I do, and we have lived more than one life. I know I have been since the beginning. I have different marks from being cut in lifetimes that I have to heal. So your past lives readings can really help heal your wounds that has carried you through your spirit life. Not necessarily just genetics through the DNA. I found these to be very helpful with that. Sometimes if you have problems speaking and it get cuts up, it's probably because you were hung, somebody had strangled you. This is a knife wound, and one day I had woke up in 2015 and I had all of these, like lines, and it's like, I have to go like this so that you get the lines. This just doesn't go away no matter what I do. So this has to be healed. it's very important to know that it's okay to have these things come about. It's okay to have that fear, and it's like, I don't know what I did. I woke up and I had this. This is something that, you know, you'll have dreams of. I've had dreams of falling off a cliff and dying. And I had a dream over and over and over. And that's before we really had TV. So it's like, there's nothing that I could explain. And I've had lots of dreams of different things that I could not explain. So keep a journal of your past lives as well. And you want to, I have 3 different journals. I have one for Etsy, and I have one for the videos. I have one for myself. I have another one for dreams, so I have 4. So it's okay. Write those down. All right, so now I have a deck. If you appreciate names and the energy of names, you'll enjoy this. This is actually, it's called Praying the Names of God. Now, it had, I think there's 100 names, but it has the name. It has where it's found in scripture, and then there's like a little prayer on the back. So you can get into all of the powerful, these are names that have been used for thousands of years, at least 8,000 years, through the Jewish and the Hebrew religions and people. I don't want to just say religion, because it's a way of life for them, for these people, and for those of us who have been using the Bible. And it's not just under Christianity, because I've actually used the Bible to unlock everything that the New Age has learned. But it's an old age that is being revived. And I think we have to come to that conclusion that it's not about religion. It's not just about spirituality. It's actually within our own selves to become one with the spirit, with our body. And in this body, when it's broken, and heal it. And we have to heal that ourselves, because I'm finding that the doctors don't like to listen. That is what I have endured before in the military. What I'm enduring now is still broken, and there's been like 12 years difference between I seen doctors, because I haven't seen doctors until last year. So this really intriguing. So my Etsy page is Star of Destiny, all one word, on Etsy. You can Google it and different readings will come up. So I have most of my readings from 2 to 5 days to get back to you. More than likely, you're going to get it back within the first couple of days. I don't always check my messages. I mean, I do check them, but sometimes they don't appear until I get better connection. I don't know. I'm using everything off my cell phone and that cell phone hotspot to go off my other phone that has all of my emails. So I have to live with all of these inconsistencies. Oh, I do have a couple more things to show you. Oh yeah, I got more. Okay, so I have these motivational cards as well, and there's over 100 of these. So these are just two of the 100, and those I'm going to also do into the 31 days series, and also into other different readings. If you like blessings and scriptures, there's 101 message of encouragement and inspiration in these. That is also great to add to readings. I do have one that is scripture based, and then you use the guardian angel messages. So this one and these, and definitely this can all be together in one reading. But I mean, I use all the nature and stuff, so I use that too. So I have unicorn. These are just regular. These are regular playing cards. So, and the back of them is just this. So it doesn't matter if there's reversed or not. But some of these cards, they're all in unicorns. Some of these cards, like the Joker, comes up with like this. So if there's somebody who wants just a regular tarot reading with the unicorns, I had these. They're really nice. I bought them off, I think Walmart is where I bought these from online. So they cost me a pretty penny. So I was hoping to do more things in person, but I don't think that's going to happen quite soon. It might, but it might not. Okay, so I have a reading for archangels, and since I can't get it to my Power Tarot from Radley Valentine, I have this. This is called the Archangel Fire Oracle by Alexandra Wedman. Now, these also have sigils that she made, seals that represent each of the angels. The cards are really beautiful. So here's the backside of the card, and all the sigils, this is the sigil for the deck. All of these sigils are for the suits that they're part of. So here's the angel Raphael. Okay, so they're beautiful cards. I just love them. I have problems pronouncing names, but I had Raziel in one of my candle burnings, who was working with me that night as I slept. I've had up to like 3 angels in one time come out of the cards as well. So when I look into the guidebook, into the reading, they have a suit, and the suit is like a part 1, and this suit, all of the angels are from this ray. So the black ray is the colors all together when there's no white added, right? They're all muted into one color, so it's all the colors. The color flame is black, so it's like white. It contains all the colors. The chakra is the galactic core, so the 0 point. I'm not sure where that is, if it's below or above. I want to say it might be below the earth. The healing qualities usually is neutralizing negative energies, harmonization, protection, overcoming fears, manifestation, comfort, nurturing the shadow. Well, working with the shadow. Crystal associations, obsidian, black tourmaline, a black diamond. Essential oil is black pepper. There's a star in constellation that's associated, so it's the black hole. And then there's sigils on the bottom too. So when you go into the different angels, there's a description of their names, what they're used for. There's a message from the angel. There's a meditation on how to meet your angel. It's all self-guided. Then what they call is a diamond fire alchemy. So it's just like this one angel is the lightning of oblivion. And then it's like how to get into their energies and how to look at things, right? Because it's self-guided, you have to read it out loud. And then how do you become more like that angel? So how do you get into their energies and to walk in their daily life? Now, I'm not sure if I really want to be an angel, but I like to get into their energies. So yeah, there's kind of wordings like that I'm kind of like, I'm not sure about that, but I understand what they're coming from, and I might just change that wording, and that's fine too. All right, so the best one that I just got this last weekend is the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Love it. Oh my gosh, love it. I have been so rejuvenated and have so much energy that I'm not struggling to stay awake. I mean, I stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning. I usually do that when I'm really tired, but I get so energized just by holding these cards. It's very well done, very thoughtful. It goes into the rose is the embodiment of divine feminine, and it goes into some of the stories. The introduction to the rose was really beautiful. Now, the rose is actually the symbol, so the real roses is what we're talking about. The real rose is a symbol for the divine feminine, the goddess, and she's been hidden everywhere. She's been hidden in plain sight, and it's interesting how Rebecca has captured that. And it's like she was here all along. And it's like, yeah, that's how I found her in the Bible, and how the matriarch was so prevalent, and there was change to go into the patriarchy, and I can see the change in how it happened, but she's still there. And when it talks about the second coming, well, 2 is feminine, so when it comes again, it comes around as a feminine. So that's where I have been really trying to expose the femininity of the goddess Mary. There's 3 Marys, so the Mary is a title. Miriam is a title, it's an energy for that woman. So because it's like Mary Kate, Mary Frances, that was on Pretty Woman, it was like it's a title, not just a name. We Miriam, from Miriam in the Bible, is also a title. So, and the only thing that we know about those names, it means bitterness. But when you move the characters around, it actually forms Myria or Myra, which is the light force of God. My Ra, or my sun, or my rose. Because rose is significance for rebirth and resurrection. Like he rose again. So rose in the Bible is only used a couple times, like the rose of Sharon, or as a rose in the pastures. But there's many significance in how somebody has rose from the chair. So I look at that as the flower, as there was something that was propelling them into the hope and belief, because it's like the feminine grace is the right side of us, the left side of us is the masculine that puts things into action so that we have tangible things. So like how men in the past have been the workers, and they bring money, not money because they didn't use money, but they would go out and hunt, they would go out and farm and bring fruits back and bring meat back to fill the needs of the household. That's perfect. So they have to work together. It's like that woman is not going to have to push that husband to go and do these things, because that should be part of him. And that's where we're really lacking in our society, especially in the men part, is they are the action. So our left side of us is the action, and I teach you how to do that in the readings. You do not have to pay anything extra for everything I have learned in my readings. They're all included. You don't have to second guess going, oh, I've been doing this. Well, now there's more information and more how to get into that moment, and it's already happened. It's happening now. That is how we manifest. So the oracle of the rose oracle really gets into the feminine, into the grace and the softness, because we could be soft, and we could be vulnerable, but because so many of us have been hurt, we try not to be around when we're vulnerable, because that's when wolves come after us, right? And it happens to me all the time. It happened to me twice, and then with organizations, and it's happened to me this year, actually last week already, that I have to separate from somebody because of disrespect. It is like, we are the kahil. The kahil is a powerful, wealthy woman to be reckoned with. We have power, and we have that beautiful, wonderful power within us to heal, to manifest, to have all of our needs met as well as women. So there's things that we need to bring forth, and this really helps. Now, in this deck, she calls Divine Mother or Divine Goddess Mother Rose. She is named her Rose. I just call Heavenly Mother blessed or Divine Goddess. I mean, that's how I am so close to Mother. I never used to be, because my personal mother has been so horrible to me. But as being a mother, I've healed that. And then there's a card in here about healing the mother line, the lineage of mothers before us and after us. And that's what I've been doing actually with my children, and breaking curses and bringing blessings, so it doesn't continue just in me. It can, the blessings can continue with my future grandchildren, male and female. So because I would like to think that all of those energies are going out. So she started this in 2010, and roses have always been part of my life. Always. I've used roses for perfumes. I've used roses in rituals. I've used roses in, my baths. I dried roses. I raised roses. So it's like when I saw that there was a rose oracle, and I was just like, this is my deck, right? You know when there's a deck that just I get so many of that, I really like, but this is like so energizing to me. So I hope that, just, being around these roses during this part of the video, it energizes you too. This is actually helping me so much getting out of it's been a habit now of, the sickness. And I'm never going to get healed, and every 6 weeks I come up with a different infection. I've been diagnosed with 3 autoimmune diseases, and a couple of them I've had for a long time, but now I've got a couple other ones been added. So it's been really healing. So there's in here, it has a really beautiful the call of the rose, and we are nature, even though it's not stated that we are nature, but in the Bible it says when we die, our body becomes like ash or becomes like dust. So we are of nature, but science doesn't teach that to us. So it talks about how there's definitely the segregation of spirit and nature, from the, I call consciousness spirit, aware or unaware, but how psychology has changed it into subconscious and unconscious, and how that's separate and it's all in your mind. It's like that's where spirit resides, is in our mind. So it's the same thing. The ancient roots of the rose and how far back it's gone. So I really like this. I read through I just spent time going, okay, I have several hours. I can just really delve into this deck. There's an attunement card. So there's 45 cards in this deck. And this, actually, I had to get my glasses on because I can't see small print anymore. But this is an attunement card. So this back side is everything, but it's also in here too, in your guidebook. So if there's somebody who just wants to have the attunement, I will probably have a free download, but it's on my website. You have to sign up for it, but you can also unsubscribe. That's the only way that I know people are getting to it. Otherwise, I don't know how many downloads. If that's something that you're not, okay with, then that's your thing, not mine. That's all I can say. Okay, so moving forward, had a couple. I had one, actually, just one person who had a problem with my Etsy. Like, I didn't ask her permission to do a reading. And I was too new to do readings, and it was just that one person. And Etsy did not take down her 1-star review, so it's still up there if you want to read how insane it was. I do not put in all of my reading, and you have to get into a paid Etsy to get into I acknowledge all of this and click OK. I look at it, you pay for a reading. You're paying for me to read your energies. If you don't want your energies read, do not come to me. If you're doing a pet psychic reading and don't want your energies read, don't come to me, because you have a bond. Your energies are going to be read anyways. It's how your animals also respond to you as, you know, your owner, your master, your mistress, however you want to look at that. So don't come to me. I can't turn those off, and that's not my message here. I'm working with the angels and helping you. I have in the FAQs that when you purchase a reading that you have acknowledged and accepted that I am reading your energies. That's not going to be in every description on any of my listings. That's just hello. When you buy it, that's already an energy exchange. I can't remember what the other one was, but it probably is not so significant. So if you have the FAQs, go ahead and read those. Those are in part of the store policies. So I think that's the only thing I really had to change when I reopened, and that's been in effect since February. Oh, I think the other one was that all of my readings are on my website. So it's angelmessages with Elena.stardestiny.net. I can have unlimited amount of storage. So I can have gigs and gigs and gigs and gigs. On Google, they only let you have 10 gigs. I gave people 3 days to download a reading, to let me know that it was functional, and then I would go and delete it. I've had people like, oh, I haven't got to, you know, my reading has been like 3 weeks, it's been 3 months, those things have been deleted. Fortunately, I was able to recover them. I do not save them in my computer. That's a lot of MP3s, and you wouldn't want me to save those, right? So I don't save them on the computer. I do not save them on an external hard drive. They are saved for you only on my website. That means I can't download that reading myself because that has your name on it. So if you have problems, I can work it. Okay? If you have problems getting into your account and with password, it's okay. You can do that because that's so simple. Podia.com makes it really easy to reset your password. So I do not have anything to do with resetting your passwords. And it's real easy to reset if you remember the email that you originally used. And if you don't remember that, just ask me. I can look up, because I can send you newsletters. I don't send them often. I probably will send one out probably in September when I'm doing more videos, because then I'll gauge where I'm going. I'll do videos, I'll start putting them up, I will let people know. I don't like to intrude on people. I've signed up for a whole bunch of stuff, but I get a lot of spam. But there's the people I don't want to delete or I have unsubscribed from, right? Because there's some, there maybe not right now, but I still want to get their information. Because I think they're putting out really good energy. I really have not had a lot of people email me since February. So I think everybody that's emailed me from 2021 to February 2022 has received information or emails back from me. And usually there are, when are you going to open again? So I was like, I am open. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and conclude here, and I'm going to do a life update on another video since this one is pretty lengthy as well. But I want to thank you and remember that you are a blessing to me, and feel free to share my videos. All of my videos transcend time and space at all times so that you can get into those energies. Something will apply to you that will stand out going, oh yeah. With the attunement cards and working with the Rose Oracle, I was able to use my own MP3 is my chance of Resolute, Be Still, Know I Am God, and All Is Well. I listened to that just one time through and I slept like a baby. I have not been able to listen to anything other than DVDs of Lord of the Rings that I can actually sleep to, because they last 2.5 hours and I can get 2.5 hours of sleep. So the last 2 nights I've been able to sleep without any videos going. So I've actually had to get up and turn off TV, or the TV turns off on its own. So I feel like things are finally changing. So remember, you are a blessing to me. You are very special. And I hope that you find peace today, that you find love, that you feel encouraged and impassioned, and you find your strength from now and always. Bye. Love you all.